Today I got to work on this long-haired husky. She was so sweet and calm, unlike so many huskies. You can just see it in her eyes. Nah, I'm just kidding. Check out that coat beforehand. It's looking pretty fluffy. A little bit impacted, but nothing too bad. So of course I'll start with that EQyss avocado mist. Get that rubbed in really well. Now we'll do that pre-blowout. That's going to help loosen up that undercoat, as you can see here. Might need to pull some hair too as you go along. And like a normal husky, she doesn't like being touched in certain areas, or maybe every area. Block her with my leg here, and now she figures out how to get by. So I'm just going to have to hold her back end. Now let's take a look at the aftermath just from this pre-blowout. It almost never snows at my house, so might as well enjoy it while I can. She seems unbothered. Now I'm going to use this really stiff pin slicker brush, and that's going to help get all those parts that the power dryer couldn't. It's also going to get all those tangles out of the bud or any area like that. Of course, she can't make it easy on me. She's got to yell at me and fight me the whole time. Now I give her former self some cuddles. Now we'll get her in the tub and check out her coat. Looking much better and looser. Get her for a quick rinse down. Then we start off with that blueberry facial and we get that shampoo rolling in or shaking in, and the conditioner right on top. Now this flexible slicker will brush her from head to paw for 10 minutes. Sometimes more, sometimes less. That's just about average. And overall, she does pretty well with the brushing. I mean, she screams at me quite a bit and moves on certain areas, but it's not too bad. As you're brushing, quite a bit of shampoo may come out, so you want to add shampoo as needed. And I don't want to bore you guys with too much brushing, so here's the last few clumps that came out with the rest of the brushing. Now we'll go in for that rinse down. Watch out for those shakes. Quick towel dry. Now into the power dryer. You can see how nice and fluffy her coat's starting to look. And she does really well with this, except right around her face, which is really common. Now onto the nails, where she turns into a little bit of a biter, so we'll get her muzzled up. And of course she becomes even more dramatic. Now that avocado mist again with these two brushes. We'll start with the slicker brush, get all those tangles out, and get some clumps of hair as well. Of course she hasn't started to make it any easier. You can see all that we got out here. Now onto the refresh deshed brush, and she becomes even more dramatic. So I show her the brush to make sure she knows it's not going to hurt her. Give her a little bit of pets. Now we'll double it up. All better. Spicy and brown, just like the wifey. Last couple times we'll finish up there. We're both tired, so we share C4. Shave out a couple little mats behind her ears and get her booty cleaned up a little bit. Now the best part, we'll check out that nice, clean, healthy, fluffy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. Got those buns all cleaned up, and she's all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this little bully named Apollo. And even though he was just a little bully, he still asked for my lunch money. So I had no choice but to give it to him. Now he's going to be happy and let me pet him. So we'll get him rinsed down. We start off with that blueberry facial. We'll get that shampoo rolling in. Towel on the booty, and this boy could use a bidet or something. Find a little hot spot or something on his tail. Then we'll get that soft rubber curry brush and get him scrubbed up from head to paw for about 5 minutes. Extra soap is needed. Guess we're doing any type of cameos now. After a few times over, we always want to check that brush, see what we're working with. Still got a decent amount coming out, so we'll continue. 5 minutes is up, so we'll go for that rinse down, quick towel dry. Now we'll move on to the power dryer, where he's really, really good. Even around the face, which is surprising. Now the avocado mist, and we'll get that rubbed in really well. And you can't really see it, but he's losing quite a bit of hair on the ground. Of course, I leave time to cuddle with him a bit. Now we'll switch over to that SleekEZ. You can see the hair on the ground there start to accumulate. So I'm going to use this brush for another few minutes. Now we'll get him all ready with his Christmas bandana. Check out that nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out. This boy was sad his entire groom, and then now I bring his mom out and he's all happy. Should have just kept them together the whole time. And they're all ready to go home. Today I got to work on this Doberman, and you can see from the start how nervous and scared she is. So before anything, I'm just going to try to get her comfortable, sit with her for a little bit. Especially with a dog this size, when they're nervous, you want to be extra careful. She starts to settle down. I sit down next to her for a few minutes. Now she's moving closer on her own. I walk away for a second and she tries to make her escape. She's like, oh shoot, that actually worked. Now for the bath, she doesn't want to use the ramp, so I just use the ramp. Quick rinse down. Now we'll start off with that blueberry facial. We'll get that shampoo rolling in. And she was very jumpy, so I didn't get any close-ups. But we'll get her scrubbed up from head to paw for a few minutes. Not really much coming out, so rinse down, towel dry. Now the power dryer. I realized I missed a spot, but she did very well, which I didn't expect with this. Once dry, we'll use the EQyss Premier Spray and that rubber curry brush. And she's not really losing too much. We're just going to brush her for a few minutes over. Now she's really starting to feel it and get comfortable with me. Can see a little bit coming out. We'll switch over to a deshed brush for a few minutes as well. Now, of course, with the big dogs, you got to give them lots of love pats. They usually like those types of things. Finish up the last couple minutes of brushing. Now we'll get her a nice bandana, and then we'll check out that nice, clean, healthy, shiny coat. No crazy hair coming out, and she's all ready to go home.